gather round. Worlds of wonder where adventures are found. Many rule sets, features galore. Community content, there's always more. Fantasy Grounds, play more, prep less. The VTT that outshines the rest. Fantasy Grounds, play more, prep less.
Prep less.
Join the fun for gaming success. Official rule books, art packs too, licensed assets built for you. The longest running VT alive. With good people, the game will thrive. Fantasy Grounds, play more, prep less. The VTT that outshines the rest. Fantasy Grounds, play more, prep less. Join the fun, game, night success. From dungeons deep to the stars above, Fantasy Grounds is the game you love. Easy to play, a breeze to prepare. Adventure awaits you everywhere. Fantasy Grounds, play more, prep less. Roll the dice, your story's blessed. Fantasy Grounds, play more, prep less. Fantasy Grounds, simply the best.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. So anyhow, you could take that type of music or any music that you want, and basically you can parse it into this FL Studio. You can put the whole complete sample or the song or MP3 in one of these channels. And then what you do is you'll have the option of clicking on this little tiny little wave signature. I don't know why they make this so hard to find, but anyways, when you click on that, you have a lot of tools. So you can make a unique sample, you can time warp it, you can extract the stems, which I've done before in other songs. You can actually deverb. So if you have a song that you're trying to use or a sample that has a lot of reverb, you can take some of that out. You can detect the tempo, and then you can also fit the tempo of the song, provided it's chopped up properly, into the automation so that it lines up, so it's not all haphazard. You can automate some of the panning and volume. You can do some crossfading. So it really just depends on what your expertise and your knowledge in audio is, and then also your love of the game and your passion about it. This is time consuming, so just kind of let you know that. So anyhow, you can break the tracks out individually, or you can have one master track, and essentially you'll take these and you can add effects to them. So for instance, like this is a separated instrument thing here, so you can just play that. And you can bring in different channels as you need to. So if you don't want to, if you don't want the vocals, you can start adding in other stuff. So you can leave the vocals out in this case if you don't want them, or you can put them in intermittently.
That's features galore. There's always more.
You can do stuff like that, but it's really, this is really basic rudimentary track view. You can really start getting into the program itself. The FL Studio is pretty robust, and it's got a lot. If you thought Fantasy Grounds was hard to master, you need to try this thing out. It's got so much to it, it's gonna be overwhelming. So let me let's look at an instrument. So we can add, so in this tree view here, I have different programs and applications. Some of them are effects, some of them are even visual effects. But in this case, like, you can add different drums, or you can add a synthesizer. So like, for instance, this Kepler is kind of like the old, I don't know how to describe it, like the Juno 106, the the old school synthesizers. And then you could come into the track view. Let's see. You can add basically you can add a sample, or you can create your own content, however you want to do it. But basically, this is so that if you wanted to make your own song. So if we go to pattern mode, you can kind of make your own patterns. So let's see what we got here. So this is Kepler. I'm going to put that on track 5, just in case. Actually, I won't assign a track yet. And then you go to this piano roll. Thank you. So I was thinking like you could make a string, maybe.
Step inside the table, gather round. Worlds of wonder where adventures are found. Many rule sets, features galore, community content.
Maybe not the best sound for that, but you kind of get the idea. We can add your own. Let's see if there's any presets, like a string. Those are like basses, there's brass, drums, effects, keys, pads, maybe a pad. Yeah.
Official rule books, art packs too.
You can, if you got a keyboard, you can hook that up and play it live with it. But that's probably what I would do, is figure out some kind of scheme or like some sort of pattern.
The VTT that outshines the rest. Fantasy Grounds play more, prep less. Join the fun, game, night success. From dungeons deep to the stars above. Fantasy Grounds is the game you love. Easy to play, a breeze to prepare. Adventure awaits you everywhere. Fantasy Grounds play more, prep less. Roll the dice.
You can make your own little, if you wanted to make I guess a chorus or some kind of pads or something, you could do that too. But this isn't organized enough for me to go into a song mode yet. Right now I just kind of got the basic guts of it. But you're going to come through here and take and make chords and make your own little like edits. Like you can take like some of the samples and do all kinds of stuff with it. Let's see. Let me see. So this is song mode, and the other mode is pattern mode. So basically you build all your own patterns, and then once you have all those done, you can kind of put it in this arrangement window to build your own loops and samples. So if I wanted to make a really cool like edit, I could do something like, let's see. Let's see. So on the main channel under the effects rack, I can take something like this and then take in, like this is the current output. I can add in, it's Edison, which is basically a recorder. Okay, I'm going to stop this, and then I'm going to have it record on input. Okay, so I'll stop that. So now this is like an editor where I can go in and chop it up. So what I'm going to do is take the slicer, which is a way that you can divide out the sections. And this kind of gives you a rough idea of like where all the beats start, and the better quality obviously of your sample or how it's composed will make a difference. Oops, I did the wrong thing here. Let's see, I don't want to do that. Let's see, I gotta get, what I'm trying to do is get rid of that first little link here, this first little divot. So this thing right here, this leading part, that's just blank, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to take and play that, and now it's going to play just, I'll get it to where it chops a loop. Probably cut it right here. Yeah, I'm going to cut it right in here, so take those, highlight, and then just loop it. So you can keep messing with this and chop it up however you like. So it's kind of the sky's the limit. So once you create all your tracks, you can cut them up, divide them. You can send them into different tracks, and when you go to arrange it, you can play just those little portions at certain intervals, and it will make it a lot more interesting. But that's just to kind of make this so the patterns aren't so generic and so like repetitive. You can kind of make little parts like you can take this and make this like reverse and stuff like that, or you can have it like chopped up in little pieces. It's pretty cool. So this is these little samples, make my own little edits, and then mix it